PR Connections Radio presents the Cause Marketing Chamber of Commerce brings businesses and nonprofit organizations together to create synergistic relationships that benefit the community. Join our tribe to network with community and business partners, increase sales, improve fundraising efforts, differentiate your brand, help worthy nonprofits, and more. Become a member today. Visit our website, causemarketingchamber.com, to see how we can help you grow your business or your nonprofit organization. Click on the Join Now button at causemarketingchamber.com. Help us build a world where social responsibility is the new bottom line.
G'day, everybody. I got a great person for you to listen to today. You're going to just enjoy it so much and walk away with lots of information, or as I say, information. Okay, this is Darcy Daughters, and g'day to you, Darcy. Thank you for coming on.
Hello. Thanks for having me. Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you all virtually.
Virtually. Yes, that's true. Now, I want to know everything about you in this short little space of time we've got. So the first thing is I put Darcy with Aflac. So tell us all about it.
Yes, so I'm a benefit solutions advisor with Aflac. A lot of you may know the duck. This is our little holiday duck. And yes, exactly. And what I do and specialize in is help business owners, both for-profit and not-for-profit, put together solution packages for their employees. So we're meant here to supplement any existing benefits that you may or may not already have, and really round out both your employees' financial protection and health protection. In this space, we tend to focus, Aflac's available for everyone, but my focus is really on our smaller businesses, anywhere from 3 to 99 employees. We know, especially in the Las Vegas space, there's over 67,000 small businesses under 99 employees. And personally, I think they get very left out when it comes to benefits. And that's where we come in to help.
That's amazing. I didn't even know that number would be so large here in Las Vegas. All right. So how have you brought all that together to help people in a more giving kind of way rather than just all about business?
Yeah. So I'd say in two ways. First is, as a company, Aflac, which is in, the, top 250 company, the Fortune 250. It's a huge company. We've been around. This year was 2025 was our 70th anniversary, 70. Started by a family, right? 3 brothers, the Amos brothers. And so we've been around for a long time. And for 30 of those years, Aflac has been partnering with the Children's Hospital in Atlanta, focused on children's cancer and blood disorders. And so Aflac agents like me have donated over $200 million over the last 30 years to partner with this facility, and really have made such incredible inroads on treatment of rare childhood cancers, making sure that there's better survival rates, and that there's just a better experience for. It's bad enough, right? And we've all been affected by cancer in our lives, either ourselves or someone in our immediate family or a good friend. And so the good news is people are surviving and doing better. And, particularly when we think about children, that's the big charity here at Aflac. I brought our holiday duck. This was the 2025 holiday duck. Every year there is one. It does make the noise. Let's see. Aflac. So they all make the noise, and these were all of the proceeds for these ducks went to the CHOA, the Children's Cancer and Blood Disorders Clinic that we are part of. And so on the macro scale, that's really how Aflac gives back. The other one, probably more on a personal level, is in educating policyholders at our small businesses on what's available to them, what could help them and their family in times of health crisis, right? And planning for that. Here in Nevada, we don't have any state-funded disability. And so for our small businesses, we're able to offer a short-term disability plan for employees that if they are signed out of work by their doctor for either physical or mental health reasons, which I just think I'm so proud of AFLAC for incorporating mental health in the world we live in today, where it is such a necessary thing that a lot of medical insurance still doesn't cover. And so if someone was out of work for any of those reasons, we have a policy that would cover about 70% of their take-home pay. And, you know, if your paycheck's important to you, like most of us, and maybe you're the breadwinner for your households, or with two people working sometimes 2 and 3 jobs each, what would you do if you couldn't work? What would supplement that paycheck? And that's where we come in. So I think on the macro level, it's AFLAC and our commitment to childhood cancer prevention and treatment and the science behind it and getting better and better. And then on the more, you know, personal level for each of our policyholders and each of the employers that we work with, being able to be that advisor to help educate. You know, people don't know what they don't know. And when it comes to insurance, snore when it comes to insurance. So I take it very personally in that I think education's so critical in whatever field you're in. My, you know this, we've talked about it. My background, I have a PhD in education and a legal background. And so I just think it's so important. And I personally want to make sure that everybody that I touch has education to make a good choice about what they need for themselves and their family. And then on that micro personal level, our cancer policies, which are very popular and very necessary, that help in times of treatment, have 2 features that I think are another give back from AFLAC that I get to personally make an impact with. And that is that there is a cancer screening benefit. So every policyholder with the cancer policy, when they go do their preventative screening once a year, each policyholder on the plan gets $75 from AFLAC. Usually if you have medical insurance, that's a preventative thing that's covered. And so AFLAC says, here's $75 to go. We know early prevention is the key. We know 1 in 3 of us, whether you're male or female, are going to be diagnosed in our lifetime. And so here's a way to reward you for doing what you need to take care of yourself. That's the first way. The second way, and I sort of take it for granted because it's just, you know, I know and love AFLAC. And so the fact that we do this just seems like the normal right thing to do. But on our cancer policies, the policyholder is covered, but then any children under the age of 26 are covered for free. So whether you have 1 or 10, I think our high in the office is 12. We have one policyholder with 12 kids. You know, math is a thing, but that would be a lot if you had to pay for that coverage. And so AFLAC says, let's cover your kids up to 26 for free on the cancer plan. And then we all feel good about having that coverage. And, you know, God forbid something should happen. So those are sort of the, you know, when it jumps to mind of being able to give back to the community, I think the education piece is so massive. And I personally, that's my commitment in the community, is everybody that I talk to, whether they want to know more about insurance or not, they're going to get an education.
Well, so many people don't, right? You've got such this huge basket. You're like Mother Christmas. It's amazing. And it encompasses so much. I'm in the into holistic health. So
yes,
yeah, that is just so fabulous. What a great company. I bet nobody knows about any of this.
No, you know, a lot of times we get confused with the lizard, and people think it's car insurance until we talk a little bit more, and then they know it's the duck. And you know, and then I think, you know, for a lot of us, I wasn't paying attention. You know, I'm now 52. Now I'm paying more attention to things like, you know, insurance and financial future and health and wellness and all the things. And I can't say that in my 20s I knew or cared about any of those things. And so it's really fun to, you know, with all of my policyholders, but to sit down with someone who still thinks they're immortal at 21 and say, but what if something happened to you? Well, I don't have any kids. I don't have a spouse. I don't need life insurance, which is another policy that we offer. But do you want to leave a mess for your mom? Because I don't think anyone really, and unless you're in this industry or you've had a recent catastrophe in your family, and if you have, I'm sorry, but we all know life will life, whether we're ready for it or not. And when I'm talking to someone and say, final expenses are $30,000 to $40,000 for something very basic right now, and do you want to be a GoFundMe, or do you want your parents to have to remortgage their house, or any of those things? Then the light bulbs start to go on. And again, I have all of my coverage. And so I am not a hard sell. I view myself as a consultant. But I think if people have all the information that they need, and this goes for anything, but this happens to be, my mission is, if you have all the information that you need and you still decide it's not for you, absolutely, 100%, that's great. But I can walk away knowing that you have a resource now, because you have me whether you want me or not. And if I have been able to bring Aflac into your place of employment, you're going to see me at least once a year, usually quarterly for service, but at least once a year you're going to have another opportunity to enroll. And I just think I can feel good at night knowing I've done my best to educate and arm us all with good information. So,
and the thing is, I keep away from anybody that starts to talk to me about insurance and this, that,
Sure.
the other. I have that push.
Yes,
and it's just a natural thing. But when we initially talked, it's so different when you're getting good information. That's not a hard sell. It's just here it is.
Yep.
I want to give you this, show it to you, and you make a decision, and then you go, wow, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Well, and I think, to your point, none of us like to be sold. We like to buy. I love to buy. Believe me, I love to buy all the things. But if I walk into a store and the clerk asks me if she can help with something, or he can help me find something, I immediately say, no, thank you, just looking.
Yeah,
I am not just looking. I am in Home Depot. I need something specific. I have no clue where I'm going. Daughter of a plumber, but I still cannot find my way around Home Depot.
Right.
And eventually I end up asking for help. But if someone approaches us, our natural disposition is, no, I'm good. I'm just looking. Just looking for what, lady? How many aisles are you going to walk up and down before you get some help? And so, so I always think it's interesting when, I walk into a business for the first time, or I talk with someone on the phone for the first time and they say, no, I don't need any of that. Okay. I already have car insurance is one of my favorites. That's awesome. That's why I'm here, because you have car insurance and you don't have our accident plan or our cancer protection or life insurance or short-term disability. And that's what I'm here for. To my business owners or executive directors of a nonprofit, you're having trouble recruiting, you are having trouble retaining people, benefits are highly sought after. Some people work just for benefits, right? If their spouse is the income generator, but has, less than optimal benefits,
right?
Your employee could be working for their benefits over here with you and stick around a little longer.
But I think Aflac needs to actually clone you, because you've got a great energy and a great aura where
thank you.
People want because don't even talk to me like car insurance. No. Any insurance. It's like, oh no. But I want to come to you and ask questions, because I know you'll help me.
Yes.
Not to sign something to make a commission for you,
right?
To help
and then
me.
Never hear from me again. Yeah, no,
exactly.
No. You're. I tell people when we do their enrollment, just put me in your phone as Darcy Aflac. Don't worry about spelling my last name. Just put in Darcy Aflac, and then you'll be able to find me. Long after you've forgotten my first name, you'll remember Aflac, and then And then I'm available when you have a claim, when, you know, and this sounds a little goofy, but bear with me. When I get that phone call that goes a little bit something like, "Hi, Darcy, I've been diagnosed with cancer."
Oh, God.
It is the worst and the best feeling because I know I can help. I can't cure them. I can't control the outcome. I can't be a valuable second opinion on the medical side. I can't help with the sadness or the sickness or any of that. But what I can do is get that pathology report, upload it into our system, and within 48 hours, they will have their initial diagnosis payment, which starts at $5,000, but could be anywhere. We've had policyholders. I think my highest, you know, initial diagnosis payment because they had their policy for X amount of years and it increases in value was $18,000. Just to get started. Aflac just says, here, take this, and we want you to make your treatment decision based on results, not on what's in your bank account. And I'll share this with, you know, our audience, but I know we talked about it briefly. In the United States today, 2026, and this gives me the chills every time, 50%, half of people going through cancer treatment stop their treatment. Stop it. Quit treatment once they have to be out of pocket $2,000.
Wow.
Now, even my most mortal enemy, which I don't have one, that I know of, right? Maybe they think I'm their enemy, but I don't have one.
Right.
Even they are worth more than $2,000. Anyone's life is. And so
that is crazy numbers.
It is. It's mortifying. And I'm going to get this statistic wrong, but I want to say right around 40% of cancer prescriptions are never picked up.
Wow.
They're never filled because they're too expensive. So yeah. Yeah. And, you know, then if I put myself in someone else's shoes, if it was the difference, if I'm a mother, right, maybe single mom with a few kids, and I don't have great insurance and I don't have anything supplemental to help me, and I probably don't have a lot of savings because that's another crisis that we have in our country is people just can't afford to save a lot of times. And so as hard as we all work, if it was the difference between feeding my kids and treating myself, we all put ourselves on the back burner. And so, you know, in terms of giving back, it's not an obvious give back, right? I'm not handing people a solution that is clear to see, but I'll tell you what, if they have the policy and they get the diagnosis, it warms my heart every time. I have one client who was debating whether or not to put her husband on the policy. This was a little over a year ago. Debating. She said, let me think about it. Let me see if I should add him or not. I'll talk to him tonight. She called the next day and said, he says, it's crazy to add him. Don't waste the money. So I'm going to put him on there anyway. And my response, of course, was, well, are you going to keep him? Put him on the policy. You know, like, you know, if you like him and you love him and you're going to keep him, put him on the policy. And I'm so grateful that she did. And so is she. And so is he. Because 45 days later, after their policy was effective, he was diagnosed. And he's now got a second diagnosis of a second type. He's doing great. Treatment's going well. And it has made the difference for them in their family between extra stress. Right now, the number I heard today, actually, in a training that I was in today, $42,000 a year is what it costs someone to treat cancer.
Yeah, that's a lot of extra money.
I don't have $42,000 extra per year laying around. And likely you're going to be out of work at least part of the time while you're battling, right? Depending on what the treatment is and what the source is. So I could go on and on and on, but just that one policy, I think, is just a life changer for people. And I hope you never have to use it for anything but the wellness. And if that's what you do, the wellness ends up covering about 3 or 4 months of your policy. The other thing I think people don't understand about Aflac in particular, supplemental insurance, is it's not as costly. We all think of major medical and how costly it's gotten, particularly this year. It really has jumped for a lot of us. And, but really, you could almost get every policy on the books with us for about 50 bucks a paycheck. So, depending on if you're just covering yourself or your whole family, right? Of course, it's more if you're covering everybody, but you could spend more on coffee if you like to get coffee out than you would spend on your Aflac. So
you must love getting up in the morning.
I do.
Yeah, helping people.
Yeah, it just feels so good, and I'm a good tired at the end of the day, right? I'm tired, but I know I did something. The other way I think we give back is I have my own little mini team, and we're always adding new agents, and Aflac does a really great job of balancing being an independent contractor with the backing and the structure of this incredible company that has fabulous training, fabulous bonus opportunities, fabulous ways to grow yourself and your business. Because the biggest challenge for all of us, no matter what your business is managing this area in here, this 4 to 6 inches, depending on how big your head is, right? And so is managing your mindset. And so I love to bring on new agents and be their trainer and help. And so I think, just other opportunities. There's a lot of us that have had other careers, and I just think it's a blast to come to work every day and be with people that are excited about helping other people. So
and you help them on so many levels. It's amazing. Yeah. And I know so many people, including myself, that before I spoke to you had no idea.
Hey, one more.
Yeah. And to think that this company started with a family, and it's gotten,
and it's still family owned, right?
Oh, is it really?
Yep. Wow. Yep. One of the grandsons is still I'm going to get the numbers wrong. He has been the CEO. He is in the Fortune 500, I think, even the longest. Warren Buffett was the CEO for the longest. He's now the longest running CEO, and the most delightful. I just met him in person in October in Orlando at our national conference, and got a great picture with him and his wife. And we had a private concert by Nelly, the rapper. And he was right there with us all dancing and enjoying. And again, just this great life of helping people. And he wears it well. And he is right there where a lot of executives would show up for, the kickoff and the first meeting. He was there to the end of the night, and just very available and able to visit. And and the ducks were even there. I got to the real ducks. Yep. I think I might have met the stunt double, but they eat pretty good. They're in prime shape for and that just rewarding us with those kind of experiences to remind us what we're up to, and that the company is up to the same things. So
well, I
definitely fly on one wing.
I'm going to have to make sure I have your information in my phone from now on, because I can just share this with so many people.
I love
this part because that's all I do is help people with their health.
Yes.
And now I can say because it's so expensive for people. Touch wood. I'm healthy. And I was going to say too, you look fabulous when you mention your age.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Lots of lotions and potions. And I do think, I think do-gooders just age better. When you get to help people, and I've got all the dogs lined up. Like, are we getting on camera, Mommy? What are we doing? So they've been quiet, touch wood, but
hear them knocking around a bit in there. This is this is amazing for me because I never thought talking to somebody about insurance and this another amazing circle around what you do. I never for a minute thought that I'd be interested. Not
Yeah. Oh, that makes me so happy.
Push as far as I can go with that.
Well, you're stuck with me now, lady.
Yeah, it's definitely an eye opener for sure. So how do you fit it all in? How do you must be talking all the time.
Yes. So there are days, right? This last Monday for the holiday, I firmly planted myself on the couch I did get some work done, some quiet work, right? You got to catch up on computer and email and all those things. And just surrounded myself with the dogs and just went for a good walk and did some of those reset, the things that you need to do. But I will say it's really, of all my careers and all of the fields that I've been in, there's so much at stake to make sure that people have good information. And it does come very easily to me. Like I really am an educator at heart. And so, and I love people. Most of the people I really love. All of the people I'll give a chance. And there's one or two that are just difficult and they move around a lot. So you do see them more than once. But for the most part, I think, any resistance people have is just because they don't have enough information. None of us really usually know what we're saying no to. And then once you have good information, then I feel good about that. So it's very energizing for me.
Not just good information, but information that you can trust.
Yes. Yeah.
That's the big thing.
Yeah.
Because so many times, I'll need information and I'll find out something. So I go online and see if that's true. And then you go, I'm glad I didn't tell that to anybody because it's not true.
Well, and it's interesting in our new digital world, right? I guess it's not so new, but it's increasingly digital. And especially post-COVID, we know average consumer, before you make a buying decision, you're going to take in 7 hours of content. So we're going to devour 7 hours of content. We're going to need to hear it or be, touched by it at least 11 times, and in 4 different places. So it might be that you talk to me, and then it might be that you go to the Aflac website, and then it might be it comes up again because you just had someone experience the power of getting a claim paid. So we know that, and I am not a particularly patient person when it comes to getting results, because I don't want people. I can't help you if we've missed the window to get your coverage, right? But man, can I help you if it all clicks and we get it right? And so. But I do keep that in mind that, I know the power of it because I've now experienced it, right? I've had my own claims paid. I had a dislocated finger last New Year's Eve from the dog park. Everything's either
not through putting the middle one up.
Yeah. It's still pretty crooked. But yeah, but my accident policy paid me about $950 and my out of pocket was about $400. So I made some money. The dogs got new sweaters. And now when we go to the dog park, we play alone, or we go for a walk. So we all learned our lesson. No dogs were hurt. Just my pride and my finger. So.
This has been wonderful. I could talk to
so
you
fun.
Or listen to you for hours.
Gosh, I agree. What a great time. Thank you for having me. It's just really an honor.
Thank you so much, Darcy. And if people want you, I think you've got your information up there.
I do.
And they'll be able to listen to it over again on the website. And thank you so much. I can't wait to meet you in person.
Same. Now we have a deal, and I owe you a duck. So
thank you so much, Darcy.
Thank you. Thanks,
much
everyone.
Aloha. Ciao.
Classy Communications provides public relations and marketing solutions for businesses, professionals, and nonprofit organizations. They can deliver the true meaning of your business with press releases, social media marketing, web development, email marketing, book publishing, and much more. Wherever your potential clients are, they can help you connect with them. Visit classycommunications.net to learn more about their suite of services that can help your business stand out from the rest. Classy Communications is your solution for business success. PR Connections Radio thanks you for watching this podcast. Check out more episodes of this show and our others at prconnectionsradio.com.